Hi everyone. For all intents and purposes, you can call me Anna. Basically, the story with me is that I'm 22 years old, and when I was 13, I was sexually abused by my father, and that's pretty much when my issues really began. I had a messed up childhood in addition to that, but besides that, it started off being just suicidal thinking, and then it led to cutting, and then it led to eating disordered behavior and wanting to take that control in my life because it had been taken from me. Though it's always been masked by other things, like thinking that some guy won't love me, or that's why he cheated on me. And I mean, it's like no matter how much I try to rationalize it, like I still think that way. Well, anyway, so from the time I was 16 to 18, I messed around with diet pills, and I didn't really go too far with it. I weighed about 108 pounds. I'm 4'11", so that was healthy. And so when I went to college, though, that's when things kind of unraveled. I weighed 108 when I started, but I got up to 118, and my boyfriend at the time cheated on me with a very skinny girl, and that's when it kind of like snapped in my head. Being skinny is attractive, and a guy will cheat on me or leave me if I'm not skinny, and unfortunately the scenario has played out a couple of times. But so at that point, I discovered pro-anorexia websites, and I learned tips and tricks, and from there I started restricting. That was April of 2008, and from there until August of 2008, I went from 118 to 102, at which point I hit a plateau, and I decided, well, it's time to start purging. Like, I saw on websites that's what I should do, and it makes a lot of sense, so I was successful, and at that point I got down to 94 pounds by September, and I started modeling. I felt really good about myself. I maintained around 94, 95 up until April of the next year. I got really sick at a photo shoot, and so I started recovery, and I gained up to 105, and I stayed at that pretty much all summer. And then I met a guy who I absolutely adored, and we started dating, and I gained up back to that magical 118 number we talked about. And then we broke up that December of 2009, and I went crazy. I just went absolutely nuts, and I had the worst relapse. And I went from 118 to 101 by the end of January of the next year, 2010. And then at that point, I stayed around 100 pounds until April, when I got a good job at a hospital, and I started to feel confident about my life, and I started moving on from him. And so I weighed about 105 again all summer, and then, you know, in the fall, as luck would have it, again I fell for some guy and got comfortable. But this time I thought it was the real deal. We talked about getting married, we went on vacation together, and I ate all the foods he liked to eat, and I was free. I was just completely free. Well, so I got to that 118 number, but I kept going, and I just let it go, and I got up to 138.6 is my highest weight right now. Though I got up to 125, and then I did a fitness show. I cut down to 107, but then after that I gained all of it back and then some until I was 138.6. So his attraction to me faded. He didn't want to be with me anymore. He pulled some really horrible things to get rid of me, to make me leave him. And it turns out he tells everybody that I let myself go, I got fat, he wasn't into me anymore because he didn't want to touch me. Yeah, so that is part of what triggered my relapse right now. Like I said, highest weight 138.6. I broke up with him 2 months ago. Right now, today, I weigh 126.6. Though I did purge a bit ago, and I weighed 125. So that's the intro. So I'm going to let you all see this journey and what I get to, and if I can recover ever again, if I don't know. So thanks for watching all of this, and I'll update probably in a few days or a week with my goals and what I'm at right now. Right now, I would like to be 115 by July 14th because there's a tournament I'm going to, and that guy might be there, and I would love to prove him wrong. So, yeah. But my goal is to be back down to 100 by August, or in August, and hopefully I can get lower than I've ever been, lower than even 94. I'd love to be that 85 I always dreamed of, so hopefully, you know, no guy will ever say they have a fat girl ever again if it's me. And yeah, for now, no body shots or anything because it's horribly embarrassing. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys later.